is it is so commonly said left of center that the president, being a full-blooded leftist, his ethnic origins have no interest to me. His ideological origins are everything. So listen to his question about the Bible. This is from the president of the National Prayer Breakfast. The Leviticus, the second one.
Which passages of Scripture should guide our public policy? Should we go with Leviticus, which suggests slavery is okay, and that eating shellfish is an abomination? Or we could go with Deuteronomy, which suggests stoning your child if he strays from the faith? Or should we just stick to the Sermon on the Mount?
All right, fine. Okay, this is common. It's so common that I want to apologize to God in your presence, my listener, for not writing a defense of the Bible against these not simple, simplistic and ignorant attacks on the Bible. You have to be ignorant, you have to be leftist, and you have to be simplistic. All three are necessary for you to say what the president just said. Okay, let's begin with slavery. Leviticus does not condone slavery in anything even reminiscent. The Bible does not allow anything that even comes close to the slavery that he is speaking about. The very 10 Commandments, the commandment do not steal, would have made the slave trade impossible, just living by that. You cannot kidnap people, period, whether it's for ransom. The first definition of do not steal in the ancient mind was do not steal people, and then do not steal property. It was never allowed, never suggested, never condoned biblically. What you had in Leviticus is bonded indemniture, meaning I owe somebody money I cannot pay, I work for the person and work it off, which frankly wouldn't be a bad idea in 2013. You steal all of my savings, you're corrupt, you're my partner in business, you are corrupt, you steal everything from me, you are found guilty, then I pay for you to be in prison. How's that for justice? I'll take that system any day. You steal from me, work it off. As for shellfish, the ignorance is awesome. People should just shut up before they condemn what they do not know and they read on an internet page by some swarmy, anti-biblical, left-wing activist. It doesn't say that shellfish is an abomination. It says it's an abomination to the Jew. Period. It's to you. Sometimes an abomination is universal, and sometimes abomination is only applicable to you. And it says to you. I know biblical Hebrew, that the Hebrew of the 5 books of Moses, like I know English. It's to'eva lachem. It is an abomination to you, plural, that is to you Jews. Now, why are shellfish an abomination? I could spend an hour explaining that, because it's unbelievably profound. They are not my explanations. They are of the late great biblical scholar Jacob Milgram of University of California at Berkeley. And it's and I'll just tell you right now, it has to do with death because of the nature of shellfish. It has to do with the fact that they do not swim, that they walk, and there was a pure idea of life versus death that permeated the entire kosher animals and kosher fish and kosher fowl idea. Birds of prey are not kosher birds. Regular birds are. Carnivorous land animals are not kosher. Vegetarian. All the kosher animals are vegetarian. There's a life-death issue that is somewhat profounder than the president's glib attack at the National Prayer Breakfast tells us what an asinine book the Bible is. This merits Attention. What was his third example? Oh, yes, stoning a child. I covered that for an hour on an Ultimate Issues Hour. And I will when we come back, but not for an hour. I'll explain it to you in 1 minute. 1-8-Prager-776, you are listening to... All right, I need to make a correction, not on anything I said, but implying, which is what I believe and what I was told, that it was today's speech. Or when was the prayer breakfast? Yesterday or today? All right. Well, anyway, either today or yesterday, and that this recording, which we were given, is actually from a 2006 speech. I do not believe it's from the current speech. And the reason I tell you is that everything be as absolutely accurate as possible. I'll find out how this happened, and I apologize. But I only apologize chronologically. The point is still valid. It's just it shouldn't have been made in the context of the present National Prayer Breakfast. But now let me answer in any event, because it is so commonly said. The slavery thing, and the shellfish thing, and then stoning your child. You can't stone your child. The greatness of the Deuteronomy law, if people would study it, is that it prohibited parents from killing children, which was universally applicable, or universally applied, I should say. People thought they owned children. The Deuteronomy law says if your child is that rebellious, and it was not strayed from the faith, it doesn't say straight from the faith, particularly perhaps even violent child, you take him to the court, and then if the court finds him guilty, the court will execute him. It never happened. It never happened. Will you please understand, what was it, the Bronze Age? Do you understand when these things were written? In order to make a civilized world? And to make a civilized world, it was critical to allow for respect for parents and to consolidate the family unit. No kid was killed ever. We don't have a record of it. It took the power of killing away from the parent, but it did it brilliantly. Oh, you think your child is so awful that your child deserves to die? You don't touch him. You bring him to the court. So they bring him to the court, and by that time, no parent wants the kid killed, and in any event, they're not going to do it. It took the power of killing children out of the hands of parents. The doctor who spoke, the neurosurgeon, was Ben Carson. Do we have any clip from him? I'll tell you what, he quoted the same Bible. See, this is what's happened here. Those of us who actually say the Bible guides our lives, I think, have a better value system. Not I think, I am certain. Forget I think. I am certain. Have a better value system. We don't make up good and evil as we go along. And he pointed out, in front of the president, I might add, the president sitting 2 chairs from the speaker's podium. And he was saying these things that were remarkable. Here is his words about the tithing.
What about our taxation system?
With the president
so complex,
5 feet from him.
There is no one who can possibly comply with every jot and tittle of our tax. If I wanted to get you or you, I could get you on a tax issue. That doesn't make any sense. What we need to do is come up with something that's simple. And when I pick up my Bible, you know what I see? I see the fairest individual in the universe, God, and He's given us a system. It's called tithe. Now, we don't necessarily have to do it 10%, but it's principle. He didn't say, if your crops fail, don't give me any tithe. He didn't say, if you have a bumper crop, give me triple tithe. So there must be something inherently fair about proportionality. You make $10 billion, you put in $1 billion. You make $10, you put in 1. Of course, you got to get rid of the loopholes. But
all right, now that was it. I mean, this is said 5 feet from the president. I was listening and I thought, I wonder if the president has ever heard anybody differ with him, let alone a black, differ with him publicly, like he did at the National Prayer Breakfast. I don't think so. This man is a remarkable man. The head of pediatric neurosurgery at Johns Hopkins. for most hospitals and medical schools.